Yo, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Top G Trades with another YouTube video. Today I will be sharing how I made $400 plus in the last trading week without losing any money. So, I will start with the US 30. So, for US 30, unfortunately, it was a break-even trade, but I would still love to share it with everybody simply because it's a fantastic trade. So what did happen? I went to the daily zone first. Excuse me guys if I'm not confident when I'm speaking or because I'm running out of breath. I've been studying everything, like you see all this. I've been studying all this just now and I'm so stressed. You wouldn't believe how stressed I am. It's so stressful. Alright. So excuse me if I'm losing some confidence and if I'm stuttering, but hey, just to let you guys know, uh, if you study, you have to study hard, so you never forget. Okay, so we made $400 profit. So for this trade was in Friday, the US 30. It was in Thursday night, but it wasn't. It was still running on Friday. So I entered that. I entered that 41936. So let's put it 41936. Whatever, man. I'll just do it. So I saw this daily zone. It was getting respected. And I went to the minute 5 chart and I 1 minute. Let me see exactly. So we entered at 41936. 41936. So we entered here. So we didn't see that. And the stop loss was over here. Somewhere over here. I saw the minute 5 trend line break. And I saw also the daily key level. But I FOMO'd. Instantly I entered. So what happened? Price went instantly into my loss. And I know it's a daily zone. It's a daily liquidity zone. Clear, no second guess daily liquidity zone. And I didn't want to get stopped out. It was a 10% risk. So I said, I'll do a 20% risk. Because it's so clear, like you see the divergence. Minute 5 divergence, minute 5 trend line break. I didn't want to lose. So I made stop loss so wide. And also, I had the opportunity to close at break even. But I didn't. And I kept the trade running. Imagine running into drawdown for how long? For a full day. Until yesterday's New York session. It was so painful to see minus 120. So I placed, you know what? I placed the stop loss at break even and I'm out. Although I could have made how much? Could have made I could have made at least $300 if I just held. But I just didn't want to risk it. It was so difficult. It was so painful actually. So I said, you know what, here's 30. Yeah, I FOMO'd. Because imagine if I had the best entry. which is possible, by the way, I would have made I would have made 600k, 600 bucks, or maybe even 800 bucks. One trade only. 1 second. 800 bucks yesterday. One trade only, 800 bucks. But at the end of the day, it's not about the winners, it's also about not losing. Because if you lose, there's no point of making so much if you lose so much. So I just didn't want to lose. So you see, if you see my journal, I have so many break evens, only one loss. And that loss was unnecessary. But I have so many break even. Why? Because I know if I don't have a safety stop loss, I will lose. So I don't want to lose. The last thing I want to do is lose. If you can see the trade. So you see, it was in drawdown for so long and I just closed it. Okay, fuck US30. Let's go to euro dollar. So for euro dollar, I went to the daily first. So you go to the daily, you zoom in, you look for the liquidity. Boom. Okay. So that's how the trade looks like on euro dollar. That's how it looks like. 1.0794. So we touched the support. I don't FOMO instantly when we go to support because you see, it can break. That's the 4-hour chart. So went up and now it's retesting. I saw you can also draw the same trend line. Okay. So on the retest, I saw H1 rejection closure. I placed stop loss somewhat over here. And I just placed the TP. And I think I got out over here. In the middle. But I was testing a brand new risk management. Where if the trade was in profit, so I kept adding, and moving stop loss until it went all the way over here, somewhere over here. When price went over here, I closed everything. I made 1 R plus, so the account was how much? 200 bucks. So we made 1.5. So I was risking 10%. So we made 30 bucks. So I kept adding it to the winning position, trailed the stop loss, and made 1 R plus. If I had the same balance in the current account, this one could have been 150 bucks. But I didn't deposit that time. I only had 200 bucks. But still 30 bucks is something, yeah. Okay, so let's go to CAD CHF, yeah. So for CAD CHF, so how much did we make? Yeah, we make 100 bucks on CAD CHF. So I went to the daily, nothing is clear, yeah. But you see CAD CHF is ranging. And this support resistance zone was untouched. Okay, so it wasn't touched. So I saw price coming to CAD CHF. So somewhat over here. I was in this candle, 0.62. As soon as I saw price breaking the trend line, especially in the low time frame, minute 5, so I saw minute 5 downtrend break, and I also saw minute 30 bullish variation pattern. So I thought, yeah, this trade looks good, and I just went quick 1-to-1. If I win, I make 100. If I lose, I lose 100. Because you never know, you can't predict. This was a 1-to-3 max risk to reward. My stop loss was even tighter. But yeah, that's got CHF. Fantastic trade. So I'll share this. That's the last trade I took. So that's France 40. So that's how the trade looks like. So we had a minute 5 trend line break. We had a minute 5 divergence. We also had a daily support resistance zone, clear daily key level, as you see. Looks more clear, yeah? So I went into also the daily. I went into the daily. Yeah, 4 hour looks good. I saw this 4 hour channel. So we saw daily key level. We saw 4 hour channel, third touch. We saw 5-minute divergence. 5-minute divergence. We saw 5-minute trend line break. We saw all this. So it's a super clear trade. So all we did, position, TP above, boom, we made, I think we made 100 and something. So we made 100 and something in this. And also I forgot about the US100 trade. Okay, let's let's analyze, man. By the way, the US100, I called it in the Telegram group before entering. And that's how the US100 trade looks like. It was a max risk 1-to-7. But I closed the trade at 1-to-3. Next support resistance zone. How did I make the US100? It was very simple. I went into the daily. So, because now you can't see this. But on the daily, I've seen this daily support resistance candle reversal. So how did I draw the daily zone? I didn't draw a zone, especially for Forex. Okay, daily zones are good. But for indices, France 40, US 30, gold, silver, I always do the key level. And I make it 1 pixel. So I zoom in the daily. So that's 1 key level, 2 key levels, 3 key levels. And you can also go for all the way to the high. And maybe this one. But it's impossible for any human to know exactly when price will go to which key level and go down. Because it can hit this one, it can hit the middle, it can hit the top, and it can even hit the highest level, then it goes down. But it's impossible to know exactly what time price will touch the key level and reverse. But you can't predict it. How you can predict it? You go to lower time frame. So if you go to the play tool, okay, so now you see you have a minute 5 divergence. Minute 5 trend line break, minute 5 divergence. So what you can do, you can place a sell. That's the trade I took. Made 200 bucks in this trade. So you can take a sell and then go to the 1 hour time frame and TP next support resistance zone. Boom. And it even continued, but I had to take profit, bro. I just had to take profit. It's support resistance zone, it can go up anytime, yeah? So I just go early. But this ended up being a 1-to-7 trade. So easy, so simple, so clear. I don't think anyone have any questions because it's so easy. Okay, now for the people who saw how I made 400 bucks, that's how I made 400 bucks. So 200 in the US100 trade, 100 in the CAD CHF, and 100 in the France 40. So we made 400 bucks in the span of a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. When I made 213, although it was a 200, the account was still $200, but you can't trade US 100 if you have a small size account because it will give you 0.1 lot. So I just know the setup will always work because I always win in demo. So even though it was extremely risky, but I didn't care if I lose the 200 bucks. So we still doubled the account in almost one trade, but I just know that it's worth taking the risk because it's worth it. I made the 400. And later on Thursday, I deposit. So I made the account balance 1,000. So account balance 1,000, I was risking 10% per trade. So the current account balance is almost $1,234. So yeah. So we made 400 bucks. And I want to share another trade, although I didn't take this trade, but I just want to share it. I took this trade actually, but it went into break even. So for AUD CHF. So I saw this 4-hour support resistance zone. Support. Okay, so I went into the minute 30. And I saw price breaking the zone. Coming back, retesting the zone. And it was also making lower high, lower low, lower. It wasn't impulsive. It was slowly going down. Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Lower high, lower low. And I also saw minute 30 bearish engulfing candle. So I placed a stop loss above the previous high and TP next support resistance zone. It was a fantastic trade, but unfortunately I was adding heavily. I was adding so much, so I placed another sell. And now when you place another sell, your stop loss is small, so I didn't want to lose money, so I just closed, and I closed this one. But it was a fantastic 1-to-2 setup if I just held it. So that's the AUD CHF trade. It was fantastic. It was so easy, so simple. Break, retest, and it went down. But also nobody knows like if it will continue all the way to the next support resistance zone or retest the second zone. But I do know that it went into the next H1 support resistance. That's a some minor level, but it still went over there and you could have made 1 to 2. Yeah, that is it. That is it for the day. Thank you guys for watching. I know I have the stuttering problem and confidence problem, but who cares, bro? As long as we get the result, nobody gives a shit. Yeah. Have a nice day.